obviously being sought after with initiatives around Opportunity Zone. Had a wonderful opportunity to meet with Councilwoman Sheperd to talk about the initiatives within her district. There's obviously a lot of development in addition to Fort McPherson, and so from that initial conversation, we grew from there. But I want to just acknowledge and say that this was something that was important.
Let me just add to that real quickly. As we talk about the redevelopment of Fort McPherson, when we talk about budget and funding and the master developer and how are we going to make this work, and then we talk about the South Side of Atlanta and disinvestment in the South Side of Atlanta. So some new legislation came out from Congress called the Federal Opportunity Zone. Some people may have heard about it, some people may not have heard about it, but it is something that is actually, this year will sweep the country in terms of how it was a bipartisan bill that was looking at areas that are underdeveloped across the country in terms of how do we do incentives to make them develop. Fort McPherson, so they've mapped it out. So they've mapped out areas all across the city of Atlanta along with other cities. Eastport is a part of it, so as you go along, you'll see several areas. But in terms of my particular district, Fort McPherson is one of those areas along with other parts of it. It includes other areas of Council District 3, Council District 10, Council District 11. I'll go on and on in terms of where they are. For me, this is an incentive. So we talk about incentives to grow our neighborhoods because we don't have funding and developers not coming in. We have to give incentives. So this Federal Opportunity Zone is one of that. It's done in a way, though, it's a new tool that has never been done before. How they're regulated, there's actually no regulation. It's federal done, but it's not coming through the cities, it's not coming through the states. It's a whole different tool that's never been done before. And on one side of it is great, but on the other side of it can cause some problems also. Mr. Walker here, Cassius brought him to us, that's actually talked about how does this really work and how do we make it work, and how if we make sure if we don't do something to really get in front of it, this neighborhood could go boom in the night and developers could come in based on this bill where we wouldn't have controls over our master plan and any all of this. And so Mr. Walker is here today to not only look at it, he's not only looking at Fort McPherson, but I'm looking at my demographic areas in my whole district to see how we can make this work in terms of a pilot. And so through that process, he's here today to just kind of talk to us about it in terms of that, because our master developer is going to use it heavily for the redevelopment of Fort McPherson.